Greetings, and today I'm heading up north to Wheaton Aston. I'm currently on the Shropshire Union Canal with about 8 miles to go. I haven't filmed Route 81, which I've done first because, well, for a reason I'll explain later. It's about 17 mile from my address, from my home address, but this one's different. I've not actually booked onto a campsite. I couldn't find one nearby this place. The only ones that was available was by Pump Farm, which I've been there, which was on the busy A5, and I don't want to end up as so I decided, I had a brainwave, and I decided to ring up a few farmers in the area. The first one I rung up, I was holding the phone. I asked him, I said, can you put me up with and I just held the phone away from my ear a bit so I could expect, well, fuck it, and all that. No, he's fine. He's put me up, just for one. He's not charged me, so I'm grateful. It's a key-coded gate, apparently. I don't know what to expect. But we'll see how the cookie crumbles. Now, the place I'm stopping at in Wheaton is a pub, so I can have something to eat in there. So I bought nothing for the jet boil, so all I bought is drinks, and just get some cans. I'm hoping there's enough licence. I'll have a beer in the pub and sit by the canal, because it's right by the canal. Nice bridge with the ivy growing on it. It was nice, natural. I'm currently passing through Breward, and there's a canal shut off, which is still here. I've done this bloody ages ago. To have closed, please exit here. Well, this is the closest way back to it, but these steps look well steep. Oh well, let's go for it. It's time to go for a Burton. A&E, here I come. Take your time. Take your time, darling. Take your time. There's part of it. It's a nice barge with all the flowers on. That takes some water in. That's the Hearty Arms pub. So I'm here. I'm in Wheaton Aston. So let's get off the M6 for bikes. This is where I'm camped out. Tent set up. Got some company. I'm going around the pub now. Well, I'm at the Artley Arms. It's right next to the canal. There's a menu. And I'm camping somewhere right over there. Lasagna, don't get any lasagna.
And I can't get the mushy pea.
Oh yeah, the calves, some cows on the calves. Wow. There was all over there. I've come up to here now. Just been to the off licence, get me some bits. Tomorrow. And boil water. Bloody kills me that does, boiling water. A can of Coors. Ribena. I think what I'll do is I'll go and have a drink down by the canal. Oh, let's crack open the can. I'll tell you what, that barge there, I think it's longer than the Titanic. Bloody hell, it is long. I tell you what, the ground was rock hard getting these pegs in. I've only got them in as far as I can because they was just bending. This good job he's got some rubble there. I've been able to hammer them in. In 2 weeks I'll be doing a 4-day venture from Darliston to Aberystwyth, which is mainly on Route 81. Route 81 starts from Smethwick in Birmingham. I won't be starting there, I'll be starting from Darliston. You know, why break a habit of a lifetime? I start from Darliston everywhere I go, from my hometown. So for me to go to Smethwick to start from there defeats the object of what I do. So I'll be going from Darliston, I think it's about 140 miles, something like that. I'm going to be doing it over 3 or 4 days. Biking to Shrewsbury, stopping there, and then going to Clamfair where my caravan is, stopping there, and then stopping another day halfway between Clamfair and Aberystwyth, probably Rayador, the Elam Valley, and then the next day off to Aberystwyth. 3 to 4 days. I don't want to rush it. I'm not that. I don't want to. It's not a speed race to me. Well, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm in bed, ready to go. Just like not. Oh, I hate these bloody Lilo. Look at bombs is it in here? I've got to get more organised. Look at this. And it's raining. Morning. That wasn't too bad. I slept a bit, woke up about 3 o'clock. Not too bad. Alright, let's get up and get a drink on. A green tea. Well, all packed up. Just a trace there where it was. The bike house. Ooh. Well, I'm back on the road and I'm heading to Boscobel House, and this is where Charles II hid during the parliamentary wars with Oliver Cromwell. I'm just going to have a look. I'll give you more details when I get there. Well, I'm just following the route to Boscobel House and coming down this nice little trail. Well, I'm still on this sketchy ground path to go through. We've been through a few gates. Looks like it's going to lead me out to the A5, but I'll cross it, so I don't actually have to go down. I've just got to cross it. Whoa! And here's the great Boscobel House. This is where Charles II retreated to after losing the Battle of Worcester to Cromwell. He, I think it was during the 1650s, and what happened was he lost the battle and he managed to escape. But 3,000 of his soldiers was killed and 10,000 was taken prisoner by Cromwell. It was a bloody battle, but Cromwell has been proven to be a tactician at war. He's never lost a battle, so it must sometimes it's their pompous attitudes that they can win anything, and he got his arse kicked. Well, anyway, he managed to escape, and he had to wear several disguises. Obviously he couldn't wear his king's outfit, and he was being hunted by the parliamentarians, by the government, and that's what it was all about. It was a war between the royals and Parliament. Now over here, a tree here that sits here, it's not the original tree, but it was an oak tree, a royal oak, the oak, and this is where Charles II hid before he was taken into Boscobel House by the Paratel family or something like that. It's something pronounced like that anyway. But what it was, he hid in that tree, not in that tree, but one before it, and he hid there, and at the same time 2 parliamentary soldiers was walking past and they missed him. So that tree saved his life and saved the monarchy. If it wasn't for that tree, things may be different now. It would have created a big ripple. Just him being killed would have created a massive ripple, which could have changed everything for the royal family. But once he hid there, the Paratel family, who lived in Boscobel House, they took him in and they looked after him, kept him hidden, and then at that time he planned his escape to France, which he managed to do. And then while exiled in France, Cromwell ruled, but he died of illness. I don't know what illness. He died, and his son taken over. I'm not sure what his son was named, but he took over from Cromwell, but he was weak and he was soon taken out. And then Charles II come back to Britain, and he fell in line with the people liked him, and he got his throne back. And what he did then, he dug up Cromwell, and he cut his head off and hung him up there. I mean, he was already dead obviously, but he was very religious back then, so we didn't want him to rest in peace, as to say. But yeah, that one oak tree, not the original, because the original one was actually pillaged by tourists in the 1700s and 1800s. They took it to pieces and kept it as souvenirs. But they've put one in there. I think they've put 2 in its place since then, to, you know, just as a reminder. Be good if it was the original, but it's good enough. But yes, could have made huge differences. Can you imagine hiding up there and there's the soldiers walking past? Could have changed everything. It just goes to show how you can be so determined to survive. He was lucky to get out of that battle himself, the Battle of Worcester. He was lucky, but he was brilliant, a tactician, Cromwell. Who knows? Would it have worked out for the better, or would it worked out for the worse? And this is where the name of your pubs come from. Well, I'm going to take a long shot here. I presume it is. I haven't googled it or anything, but I'm presuming that's why you see a lot of pubs called the Royal Oak, because a lot of the pubs are actually called with the royal family. You got, you know, the Queen's Arms, the King's Head, Prince of Wales, whatever, all the pub names, and the Royal Oak. And I've always wondered why the Royal Oak, and now I know. I'm very sorry about this, but I'm going to have to report my incompetence here. I've been filming the wrong tree. It's at the back of the house. There's the house. There was a fence around it, so I just presumed it was this one. But it's this one here. Oh, bloody hell. What a dick. And I've protected them all, you see, but this is it. I'm sure that's it. Hold on, I'll walk down to it better. Don't know if you can see it good enough. But there's the tree itself. Now that's not the original one, as I said before, but it's strapped there to, which I must think is probably the original or something to do with it. And he might have hid inside either up the tree or inside the bark of the tree, I'm not sure. But there it is. As I said, not the original, but one of its saplings or one of its branches or something, you know, whatever you call it. But there you go. And see, it's got a proper sign there to tell you all about it. Yeah, it's a good job I realised that on the photo. I just presumed that was it. And there's the house. So the family would have seen him in the tree there. They would have come out and said, "Oh, hello, how are you? I'm Charles II. Oh, come in, mate. We'll look after you." So they did. And he spent many a day in the priest hole as well. But yes, he did. I'm popping into Brood for my breakfast. It's called the Lazy Days Cafe, which is about 4 miles now from my location. So by the time I get there, it should be open 9 o'clock. So yes, that's a nice brekkie and a nice cappuccino. That's broke. Oh, the Kit Kats. Where's the Tic Tacs? Oh, I thought my phone come off then. It was my Tic Tacs. That my little bag. Oh, if that was my phone, it would have smashed. Thank God it was me. Thank God it was my Tic Tacs. Onward. Well, I'm back on the Shropshire Canal. I'm going to close it here now. I'm all done. It's been a great adventure. My first kind of wild camp. Actually, I could call it a hybrid camp, where I haven't paid to go on there, but at the same time it's not actually where nobody knows it, or stealthy. I've asked permission, but I haven't had to pay. So you could call it a hybrid one, perhaps. Yeah, it's been good, and I enjoyed going to Boscobel House, having a look there, some of the history. Sorry about the tree. I mean, if you've tuned in this far and that far, which in most cases probably haven't, I probably spared my brushes, but I do apologise. Easy done, ain't it? Anyway, have a good. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.